that the exams is after after a week. Next week is our exam, so we were supposed to start a new section, but we will not start it. We will take a revision for the exam, final exam next week. You know that we have on Monday, next Monday, the final exam. Okay, so I'll share what will we do today. Today we will revise. We are going to revise what will come in the exam. What is coming in the exam? The economic system, which is chapter 2, section 1 and section 2. Section 1 is economic systems. In economic systems, we have 2 presentations. And evaluating economic system, we have the performance of economic system, we have 1 presentation. So by economic systems, we have 2 presentations. We will start the first one now, which is on page 33 and 36. Okay, economic systems. Economic systems, here I'll share it. Here is it. What did we take in, what did I do? What did we take in economic systems? In economic systems, we took 4 kinds of economic systems. 4 kinds of economic system. Can you remember? Traditional, common, market, and mixed. So now we will start with the first kind, but before we start, let's know what is economic system. Economic system is the organized way of providing for the wants and needs. To organize the wants and the needs. What do you want and what do you need? This is an organized way. Okay. Of course, girls, you know that you only study from the PowerPoints. You re-watch the periods, the classes. They are uploaded on Classero on Nada Dia YouTube channel. You find the videos and you study the presentations only. You have studied 3 presentations. Okay, let's start. The first one is traditional economy. Traditional economy. And we said in traditional economy, I work as I have been taught to work. So my father is a hunter. We live in a place that we live on hunting. Okay, so I have to hunt. We live near to the sea, so my father fishes. He taught me to fish, so I fish. My parents used to fish. Their grandparents used to fish. My ancestors used to fish. So when I grow up, I fish. This is traditional economy. Traditional economy is when you inherit the work of your father. Okay? Okay. Like what? What happens in characteristics of traditional economy? Like here, like this society. Of course, no one in Saudi Arabia or in Syria holds a deer and walks like this, but people in African Mbuti, they wear like that. So this is their tradition. Okay, this is their traditional cloth, their traditional food, their traditional hunting. They go hunting, look with these arrows. Okay, like in Australia, like in India, like Australian here, like in Canada. Okay? Okay, like he then gave you the example of the Inuit. The Inuit, those who live in North Canada, because it is frozen there, you do nothing but fishing. There is no other job but fishing or sewing or like. So what your parents taught you, you grow up to work the same job. Okay? The advantages. What is one good thing about traditional economy? One good thing about traditional economy that everyone knows which role to play. So if I am a woman, I know that I will teach students what to do. If I am a man, I'm responsible for hunting. If I am a man who is from another fishing family, I'm responsible for fishing. So this is an advantage of traditional economy. Then we go to here. Again, if you are born in a family of hunters, you hunt. So what to produce? You know what to produce. Okay, how to produce it? It is also inherited. And for whom? For also you. So the society that determines what to produce, how to produce, and for whom? The society. The society, people decide. Then what? Okay, again, advantage of traditional economy. There is little to no uncertainty. So I am born with a father who used to fish, so I grow up to fish. I hunt, I grow up to hunt. Everyone knows what to do. Everyone knows which role to play. What is disadvantage of traditional economy? It discourages new ideas and new ways of doing things. Yani, if someone wants to invent, there is no place or nowhere to invent. There is no need to invent. Okay, and there are strict rules that in traditional society, if you refuse to hunt, if you refuse to work, you get punished or you get rejected of the tribe or of the people you live with. Okay, so here discourage new ideas, doesn't allow new ideas in traditional economy. And it is also cause economic stagnation. It means that a low standard of living. So someone who is born in the NY, he doesn't want anything to do. He doesn't want anything. He doesn't dream of having a great firm or a big company because he only fishes and he will born to fish and he will die fishing. Okay, here tend to discourage new ideas and lack of progress. Then we go to the common economy, and common economy is very important, girls. Common economy is when the government, so traditional society, common economy is when the government decides to do everything. The government decides what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. In a common economy, we can have a tyranny, a dictator, someone who kills anyone who opposes his opinion. Okay, so the individuals in the society, they are just following the rules. They follow the rules. So in a common economy, he decides, the government decides what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. It can be headed by a king, dictator, or a president. What happens in common economy? In common economy, in a pure common economy, the government makes the major decisions. They decide everything. They decide where to go, how to live, where to eat, where to work. They decide everything. They decide even the ways to build the building. Yani, I want to live in a house, they build the building. I am not free even to build the building. Okay? Another example, so like happened in Soviet Union. And Soviet Union, as I told you before, it is the previous country of Russia. Russia now was a Soviet Union before with many other countries. What happened? The government determines the needs and set the goals and establish production. Government does everything, and the government doesn't allow you to have private properties. Okay? It doesn't allow you to have private properties. In the common system, one advantage of common system, it can change direction drastically. The former Soviet Union went from a rural agricultural society to an industrial nation. So when the leader of the Soviet Union decided to build army equipment and industrialization, he stopped agriculturing and he moved the whole country to be an industrial nation. So another advantage is that provides health and public services. So when someone retires, he get paid. When someone retires, he gets paid up to the common economy. Okay, disadvantage. What is a disadvantage of common economy? They ignore the basic wants and needs of consumers. I need a specific kind of tea. No. Specific kind of sugar. No. Only one kind of sugar will be distributed to everyone. Only one kind of oil to everyone. Only one. They ignore the wants and needs. They give you what they think is necessary to life, and that's it. Soviet Union, it is the common economy. Common economy again. And the second disadvantage, that the system gives the people incentive to fill their quotas instead of producing a good product. So I know that I am working in this school. I'm a teacher, I work in this school. The government hired me in this school. So I just work. I don't give my best because I know nothing will happen to me. I'll stay in the job till I die. So when I lack the ambition, I just do the job to do the job, not to produce a good product. The third weak point, that it requires a lot large decision-making, bureaucracy. Bureaucracy, I want to get a letter to move from this school because the government hired me in this school. I cannot just move like this. I cannot wake up in the morning and leave school. No, I have to send a letter to the government to ask them to change my workplace. So I have to wait for a long process of bureaucracy to agree to move me from a place to another place. So these are three disadvantages of the common economy. Bureaucracy lacks flexibility. Okay, economy designed to meet needs, not wants. They do not give me, they ignore needs and wants of consumer. Number two, no incentive to work hard. People don't often lose their jobs because I don't lose my job, so I just work like this to get bare minimum to get by, and I just pass the job. Number three, the bureaucracy, which means the slow decision making and raising cost of production, lacks of flexibility, no rewards. Okay, so we discussed the economic system and the traditional economy, and we discussed the common economy, which will take us now. Do you still see my PowerPoint, girls? Economic systems too?
Yes.
Economic system too. Oh, okay, here is it. In economic system 2, are you with me, grade 9?
Yes.
Yes.
All of that we've taken before, I'm just revising it.
Yes, miss.
Okay, now with the economic system number 2, in economic systems number 2, Number 3 is market economy. Market economy, free market. People make decisions in their own best interest. What do I want to produce? How I want to produce? To whom I want to produce it? I'm free to have my own land. I'm free to have my own property. I'm free to do whatever I want. Market economy. It is here what to produce determined by consumers' preference, how to produce determined by producers seeking profits, for whom to produce by purchasing power. So these are decided by people. I have private property. I can build my own house. Freedom of choice. I can go to work in an education school, or I can leave school, or I can go to a firm. Motive of self-interest. I will open a shop, and after I open the shop, I will buy these products. I have to give the best service, or I will open a restaurant. I have to give the best service to be number one, to get money. Competition. I have to compete with others. I give my best in order to be the best, to gain more money. Limited government. The government doesn't interfere. The government doesn't interfere in ruling or in owning. It is limited interfering. Okay. What happens in market economy? Freedom. People can spend their money as long as they want. Which will take us to 3 major points: capitalism, communism, and socialism. What is capitalism? Capitalism is an economic system where private citizens own the factors of productions. Capitalism is what happens in market economy. Capitalism is which the means of production of goods or services are privately owned and operated for a private profit. So it is owned by people. Capitalism, companies are owned by people. Productions of goods or services are privately owned and operated for a profit. So what happened, like what in market economies like United States, Japan, South Korea, Singapore, Australia, and most of the prosperous economies in the world follow the market economy. Advantages of market economy is a high degree of individual freedom. Freedom. Everyone is free to do whatever he wants with his money as long as he is satisfied. Okay. Number 2, that people make the decisions that direct scarce resources, so they are a high degree of consumer satisfaction. Okay, advantages of market economy. They can adjust to change based on consumer wants. So I will produce a new type of tea, and I will call it Ramadan, name it Ramadan tea. Then no one buys it, so I will stop producing it. So adjust to change. High degree of individual freedom. I'm free to buy whatever I want. I want to buy this, I'm free. I want to buy that, I'm free. Low levels of government interference. The government doesn't interfere in the decisions because individuals with money make decisions. And good variety, wide variety of goods and services. What is a disadvantage of market economy? That if I have money, I work. If I work, I have money. What if I cannot work? So I will depend on what? How can I spend on myself? The government will not give me money because the government didn't hire me in the first place. So how can I get money? I get money through charity. Oh, so it is not provided for everyone. If I have a problem, if I retired, what can I do? I have to save money to spend after retirement, or I have to gain money by any other way, going to any organization to support me with money, charities. Okay, okay. Next economy, the last economy. So number one, traditional economy, common economy, market economy. Mixed economy is to mix the common and the market. So private property, we have private property, but in the same time, the government interferes. The government interferes. Okay. Okay. A few minutes ago, we discussed what? We discussed capitalism, and we said capitalism is the when all is owned by private owners. All is owned privately owned, which will take us to communism. Communism is a political and economic system where the all property is collectively, not privately owned. Communism, it means no one can have private property. Capitalism, everything is private property. Communism, no one owns private properties. Communism is opposite of capitalism. Communism is opposite, capitalism is in this way and communism is on this way. What is in between? Socialism is when government deals with the private owners or the people. Capitalism, I'm free to have whatever I want to do, totally free, and I can own whatever I want. Communism, the government decides everything, which leads us to socialism. Okay, what is socialism? Socialism is a mixed economic and political system in which the government owns and controls some. Socialism, some. Socialism, some, but not all of the basic productive resources. So, socialism, the government owns some. Communism, government owns everything. In socialistic countries, the government also provides some of the basic needs of its people, such as education and healthcare in socialism. So I have capitalism. Capitalism, the people owns everything. Communism, government owns everything, and socialism mixed. Here, communism, no private ownership. Capitalism, total private ownership. Socialism, limited private ownership. Communism, the government, central government. Capitalism, market is free, market forces. And socialism, the government and the private together. In communism, no class distinction. Everyone is like the other. We are all working the same place. We have the same qualities. In capitalism, no, there is class distinction. There is an owner and there is a worker. In socialism, limited class distinction. So the government may interfere to help you be a little bit equal. Communism, production for basic needs only, basic needs only. In capitalism, they produce for profit. So they do not think of the individual rights. No, they just produce to get money. Socialism, production for societal needs for the society. Communism was invented, and it's out of your book, don't study it. It's Karl Marx. Karl Marx invented communism. Adam Smith in America, so Karl Marx in Soviet Union invented communism. Adam Smith invented capitalism. Charles Fourier invented socialism, which is between communism and capitalism together. Okay, mixed economy, as we said, uses the common and the market economy. Okay. Okay. So after we took the four economic systems, okay, we will go to the third topic of today, which is how to evaluate the economic performance. So now I have economic systems. How can I evaluate economic performance? How can I evaluate it? By 7 kinds. Number 1, economic freedom. When the economic is free, when it is free to make their own decisions, it is a good economic system. Freedom. Business owners like the freedom to choose where and how they produce. Economic freedom. Number 2, economic efficiency, like when we see here in the picture, when they work in harmony. When everything works in harmony, most people recognize that resources are scarce and that factors of production must be used wisely. So when it is used wisely, so it is economic efficiency. So number 1, more economic freedom. Number 2, economic efficiency. Number 3, economic equity. It means that there is minimum wage, for example, which is the lowest legal wage that can be paid to most workers. What happens in economic equity? In economic equity, it is illegal to discriminate on the basis of age or sex or race or religion or disability. Everyone is equal in wages, you are colored or you are a female or a male, or you are Muslim or Hindu, all are equal, no matter who are you. So this is economic equity. So when I find economic freedom, economic efficiency, economic equity, I can decide that this is a good or a perfect economic system. Number 4, economic security. One of disadvantages that was taken on the market economy that they do not provide security for old people or for disabled people, those who cannot work, those who cannot afford living. So many states have set up programs to help workers to lose their jobs through no fault of their own. So I want to work, but I am disabled. I have a disability. So the government will provide security system for you. Okay, so economic freedom, economic efficiency, economic equity, economic security, full employment. This is the one and the most not most strongest, no, this is the strongest point. Why? Because when everyone is hired, it means that the country is working efficiently. Everyone is working. They can support themselves, support their families. They can have better education, have better chances. They can have everything as long as they work and can provide themselves and their families with whatever they want, support themselves and families. Number 1, economic freedom, economic equity, economic efficiency, and economic security and full employment. Then price stability. Wow, wonderful. A country who knows, or an economic system who knows how to keep the price of its products and its goods stable is a successful economic system. So I will not wake up in the morning to find, I want to buy milk. The milk was 10 riyals today. Tomorrow the milk is 20 riyals. What is that? It is not a stable economic system. This is a bad economic system. Because there is fixed income. I take from my work 2,000 riyals. Fixed income is the 2,000 riyals, which is the income that does not increase even though the prices go up. So I gain 2,000 riyals. When I wake up in the morning to find that the bottle of milk is with 20 riyals, how can I support my family? How can I buy eggs? And eggs became 40 riyals. And how can I buy that? So there should be price stability in good economic system. A good economic system can provide price stability, can provide full employment, economic security, economic equity, economic efficiency, and economic freedom, which will lead us to economic growth, the last part. Yes, economic growth is the last point. The growth enables more people to have more goods and services because the nation's population is likely to increase economic growth. So again, what do I have to evaluate? How can I evaluate economic performance? Freedom, efficiency, equity, security, full employment, price stability, economic growth. All these 7 goals we have discussed so far are the ones on which most people seem to agree as our society evolves. However, it is possible for new goals to develop. You understand, girls?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
No. No,
Are you sure? رزان أيتن ريام لورديس ليلى هلا هلا لين سدرة جنى غايد باسمة. Girls, I'm gonna miss you so much.
Miss, I will miss you.
I'm gonna
more.
miss you much more, Miss.
WhatsApp me whenever you have anything to tell me. Don't cut. Don't forget me till we meet again.
Okay.
Do you have any question?
No, thank you.
No, Miss.
Okay, guys. Bye, sweethearts. Please, if you have any
Bye,
questions,
Miss.
I am with you, and we have a WhatsApp group. Send me anytime.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, sweethearts. Have a nice
We'll miss you a
day.
lot.
Have a nice year. Have a nice vacation. Have a nice everything. Bye, guys. Bye, sweethearts.